Welcome to A Word of Hope. I am Father Yamil Samalot Rivera, coming to you from Our Lady of the Rosary Priory in Bayamón, Puerto Rico, on the solemnity of the Ascension of the Lord. For those of us who are celebrating this solemnity today on the 7th Sunday of Easter, it is a missionary feast. The culmination of the Easter festivities leads us to what the Master lived as the fullness of his life in the most Holy Trinity. So much love of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit can have no other purpose than the mission. It's an explosion of love. The end of chapter 28 of the Gospel of Matthew, a chapter that announced to us at its own beginning that Jesus had risen, that he had defeated death, concludes with the missionary sending of the 11 apostles so that all people may be disciples. But what does it mean for the living Christ for us to be a disciple? On the one hand, being baptized, immersed in the experience of the deep and full communion of the Trinity. On the other, treasure in life the teachings of the Master, those that the Gospel of Matthew itself summarized in the Golden Rule. Love God above all things and love your neighbor as yourself. It is interesting that the evangelist points out that when some disciples saw Jesus alive in Galilee, just before receiving the missionary dispatch prior to the ascension, they still doubted. Therefore, his last promise to you and me today as we celebrate the ascent of Christ to the right hand of the Father to send out his Spirit, the risen Lord will remain forever alive and active in the midst of his people. Plunging ourselves into the world to share Trinitarian love is a challenge to our fears and weaknesses. It is an act of faith in the promise of the risen one, and it is even more the way, happier and more concrete, to celebrate that Jesus has ascended to heaven. Some words in Spanish. Hoy que celebramos la ascensión del Señor a los cielos es una fiesta misionera. Por eso la mejor manera de celebrar esta ascensión es teniendo esa fe en que si nos lanzamos a la misión, a compartir ese amor trinitario con todos los demás a través de nuestra vida bautismal, de nuestra fe en lo que el Maestro nos ha enseñado, vamos a poder vencer todos los miedos, celebrando de verdad la ascensión del Señor. May God bless you.